Did you leave those guys out in the woods?
No, it was...
You left one of them out in the woods, you went out there trying to find two, and one came back. Hey, were you in on that? Were you in? Did you leave people in the woods?
We got a guy.
There was two.
Okay, okay. Wasn't my fault we lost that guy. It's totally Lance's. I mean, he's got a GPS. And OnStar. I mean... What? No. Not my fault. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are you a moron? Can you answer me that question? Are you a moron?
No.
Do you ever use your brain?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what I'm gonna do to you? Do you look? I'm talking to you. Do you know what I'm gonna do to you? Do you know what your punishment is? I'm so sick of these guys. I put up with their crap every day, and now they lost somebody out in the woods. I don't know. Maybe this will do them some good. Who couldn't use a little knowledge about the brain? I don't know. All right, sit down. We're going to have a conference meeting on the brain. Since you don't know how to use... Shut up! I don't want to hear anything out of you. We're going to have a conference meeting on the brain so you can figure out how to use yours. Now, I have a good friend of mine here to talk about the brain, and I'd like you to listen. Okay? All right. I have work to do.
Do we still...
Now it's locked.
I got the call from Human Resources. I was really pumped. I mean, I can teach these guys about the brain, and I can get some valuable experience for myself. So, I'm going to the meeting right now, and it's going to be awesome. In fact, I'm almost going to be late, so I'll see you later. Alright, let's begin. This is the picture of the brain here. Here we got the frontal lobe, and hello?
Excuse me, I'm just checking up on things. So I didn't mean to interrupt, but...
Alright, frontal lobe.
Hey, frontal lobe. I learned about this in school. I'm pretty sure the frontal lobe controls voluntary muscle. Did you know that? Voluntary muscle movements.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Frontal lobe.
I don't need your help right now. I can do this. It's alright.
Oh, well, I am your boss.
I'm your boss.
Really?
So, just for right
So you don't believe me?
that'd be probably the best idea. Just for the benefit of them to learn. Safe learning environment.
Try to look at... Try to look.
Alright, this is a picture of the brain. Let's start with the basics, shall we? This portion right here is called the hindbrain, and it contains the medulla, the pons, and the cerebellum. This next part here is called the midbrain, and that contains such things as the hypothalamus and the thalamus. And the frontal lobe here, which is the most complex brain region, which contains centers for complex behaviors and mental processes, also called the cerebrum, right here. Alright, there are four main lobes to the brain: the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe. Now, can anyone tell me what the hippocampus might do? Yes.
Is that when hippos camp out in non-aquatic areas?
No, I'm sorry. The hippocampus is actually a large structure in...
Alright, this guy, he has no idea what he's talking about. I mean, the hippocampus, strictly speaking, is only found in mammals. However, the area terrestrum, which is the medial pallium, it has counterparts in all vertebrates. And there's evidence that this part of the brain is involved in spatial memory and navigation and stuff, in like fishes, birds, and reptiles, and some mammals.
Embedded in the temporal lobe, in each cerebral hemisphere. The word hippocampus actually comes from a Latin word meaning seahorse, so kind of close. If you have a visual imagination, the hippocampus does look like the curved tail of a seahorse, though, so you're on the right track. Hey, are you listening to me? Hey,
I gotta get this. I gotta get this.
fine. I don't know what the thalamus might do.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
the one that, no.
The thalamus processes and distributes motor information and sensory information, except smell. Hi.
said clear my throat.
That's all right. That's all right. All right, and anyone know what the hypothalamus is?
The
Close to
same
thalamus.
thing. It's the same as the thalamus.
No, hypothalamus, meaning it's below the thalamus. And it's almost the size of a peanut. But the hypothalamus contains more than 40 neural pathways. The limbic system contains the hypothalamus, the thalamus, the amygdala, and
Frank's been wanting to hang out with me a lot more today. It started out with this whole paper football thing. I really don't get it.